once you don't deal with them no more, why do people continue to harass you? So to this day, this man will not leave me alone. Like he really won't. He won't leave me alone. Like I don't know why he's still like bothering me. It's been years since I talked to you. But anyway, so once upon a time, when I was dating, I met this man. His name was Corey. I met him on Snapchat. Now, usually, I don't meet people on Snapchat, or I'm not trying to talk to people on Snapchat. They just be watching my stories or whatever. But this particular day, we started chatting. We only chatted for, we chatted for a few days on Snapchat, and then we exchanged numbers. And then we started talking on the phone, all that good stuff. So time goes by, you know, we're getting to know each other on the phone. We, you know, of course, we haven't met or anything like that. He told me, you know, he lived in the same area that I did, but he lived, we say, if you're from VA, we say across the water. So he lived across the water. I'll say that. And he told me he was single. He had one child. And yeah, that was his situation. He wasn't with the baby mama. Right? So we were talking 2-3 months, we were talking or whatever. So he was a decent looking guy. Can't knock him for that. Decent looking guy. He was like 6 foot, tall, stocky brother. Nice looking guy. Yeah, he looked like he had it all together from what I seen, you know, when I met him or whatever. I remember him telling me when I first met him, he was like, you know, I like investing in my woman. And I was like, ooh, okay. He's like, I love investing in my woman. That's before he knew that I did YouTube. I don't even know if he still tunes into my channel. You never know. But yeah. So he would say he wanted to invest in me, like my YouTube channel. Like, what equipment did you need? Or like, did you need a camera? You know, stuff like that. And, you know, I told him my plans for my YouTube and what I was trying to do as far as like creating content and things of that sort. So he had me believing that, you know, he was going to buy me a camera and we're going to travel the world and do all this stuff. Like, you know, how people, they paint a pretty picture, you know, have you thinking one way when you just started to get to know them. You're starting to get to know them. So you're believing everything that they're telling you, because why not? Like, I give everyone the benefit of the doubt until they show me something different. And, but I remember one particular time, I went on a date with him. I want to say this was our first date. On the first date, we were down at the beach. I'll never forget. I rode on his motorcycle with him. I was kind of iffy about riding on motorcycles because I'm not a motorcycle type of girl. I'm still not a motorcycle type of girl. But I rode with him on a motorcycle down to the beach. We call it the beach, which is like the ocean front, if you're not from here. Like where tourists come to or whatever. And we went down there. He parked his bike. You know, I didn't know we were going on a date. But he parked his bike. We started walking down the strip, you know, talking. Mind you, this is like 2 to 3 months in. We've been talking, and this is the first date. We went down the beach, and we were walking around. The first stop we had stopped. This is the summertime, too. I'll never forget the summertime, because we were getting these, like, pineapple drinks. I'm not sure if y'all seen the pineapple drinks, and, like, I don't know. This one didn't have liquor or anything in it, but it was just like fruit juice or something mixed in it. It was like a mixed drink. That was like a virgin mixed drink inside of like the pineapples with the straw. The little fancy drinks that y'all see or whatever. So we got one of those and we were walking down the strip, you know, holding hands and just talking. you know, having good conversation, stuff like that. So we happened to get hungry and we went into this restaurant. It was real nice. It was I'm trying to remember. I feel like we had seafood, but we sat at the bar and we ate. I do know that. So we ordered some drinks. We ordered our food. You know, I was feeling good that day. I was feeling real good. You know, the food was good. The drinks was good. Fast forward to time when it's time to pay for our meal. So the waitress, you know, she asks us if we want anything else, and I'm like, no, I'm good. This will be it, you know. He's like, yeah, you can bring the bill. So the young lady, she brings the bill, and he's reaching in his wallet, and he's like, oh my God, I forgot my card. In my head, I'm like, oh my God. The meal came up to, it was $122 and some change or something like that. And so he was like, I left my wallet, man. I know I left something. I'm like, in my head, okay, you know, Ashley, you can spot him $100 or whatever. And he was like, don't worry about it. I'll pay you back. If you pay for it, I'll pay you back. It was kind of awkward because we just went down there and it happened to be a date or whatever. So it was cool. I was just like, okay, cool. So I paid the waitress the money. And when we got back to where we were, like away from the beach, he paid me back. He paid me back the money, which is good. So I'm not going to say, I don't know, would you say that's a red flag? I'm not going to say that's a red flag. But I feel that he should have been more prepared if he was going to be down there spending money. But yeah, so keep that in mind. That was one thing. So everything is going well. Like I said, we're in the whole getting to know each other stage, all that good stuff or whatever. He got to meet my parents. Like he was invited to cookouts. You know, my parents, they loved him. They liked him. They thought he was a great guy. All that good stuff. So did I. Everything was going smoothly. Fast forward to you know, when we talking on the phone every day. We talking on the phone. We FaceTiming, things of that sort. You know, he comes here periodically to see me. You know, at that time I was having car problems or whatever, and the particular car that I wanted, I had to put more money down for it. And I was like, dang, I really need a car, because at that time I didn't have a car. Like I said, I was having car problems. I didn't ask this man for any money. I didn't ask him for none of the money. Like he did that on his own. He was like, I got you. Like you know, I see you trying to get your, you know, this vehicle and you want this car. I got you. I'll cash app you. Boom. He cash app me. He labeled it gift. Okay. Everything was panning out. So fast forward, I remember, like I told him, I had called him that day and said, hey Corey, I need you to come down here because something's going on with my car. And mind you, my car was like a new used car. And I think it was almost like going on a year that I had the car. And I started having problems with the vehicle. So I asked him, could he come down and come look at it? He was like, yeah, I come down and look at it. So he told me he was coming around noon. Mind you, I talked to him that morning because I work from home. So I told him that morning that I needed him. And he said, yeah, I'll be there around noon. I said, okay. For me, when a person tells you something, I expect you to do it. So if you tell me something, I'm going to expect you to do it. So, mind you, so 12 o'clock comes around. No call, no show. 2 o'clock comes around. I sent him a text message. Hey, you still coming? Remember you said you was going to come look at my car. He's like, yeah, I'm still coming. I'll be there in an hour. Cool. Hour roll by. Still no show. No call. And me, I know how I am. I'm good with communicating. And if something's wrong, I will tell you and let you know something's wrong. That's just me. Another hour rolls by. No call. It's like 5 o'clock now. So in my head, I'm just like, wow, yo, like, where you at? You're like not dependable. I call him and he answers the phone. He's like, hey, yeah, I went to, I'm getting my oil changed and my tires changed and some other stuff he said he was getting done for his car. I'm like, you could have told me that you needed to get all this done. He was like, yeah, it was a nice day today, and I just thought it would be best if I went and got all this stuff done today. In my mind, I'm just like, oh, you're selfish. Like, you're not dependable. Like, you tell me one thing and you're doing something else. Like, why would you tell me that if you weren't going to be available? I could have made other arrangements to either have my dad or, you know, something like that to look out for me, or my brother or whatever. But he was like, yeah, no, I'm still coming. I'm still coming. And at this point, I'm upset. At this point, I'm just like, I don't even want you to come no more. So when he did finally decide to come, the place was closed because I needed a part. The place was already closed. And he was like, well, why you didn't tell me this more sooner that you needed this done? And I'm like, you forgot the whole conversation that we had. Like, and I just be making mental notes. Like, when I'm dating someone or I'm talking to someone, I'm making mental notes of, like, how you made me feel in a situation, how you handle your business. Like, I put down, like, in my mind, like, you're not dependable. Like, and you selfish too, because how are you going to do stuff to your car? You know, I really need stuff done in my car. And, like, I only had my car a year and I'm already having problems. Like, he came and he did what he could. Like, he looked at the car and everything like that or whatever and made his little diagnosis. But I still needed a part to be put on the car. So I was already upset with him, like I said before. And I wasn't really trying to chill with him that night. So he went back to, you know, his side of town or whatever. And he was saying he's still gonna, you know, he's gonna come back and get the part and put it on and stuff like that. I was like, don't even worry about it. At that point, I had already called my dad and told him what was going on. He made sure the part was put on, the part was ordered, all that good stuff. So I no longer need his help. Okay, so that's incident number 2. So what else happened? So we've been, you know, we were calling and talking and stuff. But this particular week, fast forward to another day, this particular week, like, I would call him and text him, but he would get off the phone with me real fast. He wouldn't stay on the phone with me. Like, it's just like his whole pattern would change. Like, because he was doing ride share too. So he would do, like, Uber, for an example. He would be doing Uber, and I would be on the phone with him until he got his rides or all that stuff like that. All that changed. Like, being on the phone, FaceTiming, all of that changed. All his patterns changed. You know, he would get his child and he would keep him, like, on some weeks, on some off weeks. And I would be understanding of that. I get it. You have your child or whatever, right? And, yeah, so it would get, like, late at night. And I would be trying to call him and FaceTime him. I was sent to a voicemail. He never answered the phone or anything. And I don't like to assume stuff, and you shouldn't assume anything. You should just ask questions. And his excuse was, my phone died, and, you know, I was asleep. I couldn't get to the phone. And those were, like, legit reasons. Like, they were legit reasons. So it was no need for me to be upset or anything like that. They were legit reasons. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So I remember, like, mind you, at this time I'm still having car problems. So my dad, he already put the part on the car or whatever. So I find out something else is wrong, right? And so, of course, I'm going to lean on him because he's the guy that I'm talking to, or he's my guy, or, you know, at that time, my man, whatever you want to call it. I'm talking to him. I'm dealing with him. And I asked him, hey, could you come down, you know, make sure my car's running. Can you just check it out? You know, basically do a diagnostic, because he would work on cars. He knew things about cars. So instead of me going to a mechanic, you know, my man, he knows what's going on with cars. So I'm going to ask him. So I asked him about the car, what's going on, you know, when can you come down here to come look at the car? It was on a Friday. I was calling him throughout the day to see, like, where he was. And he was like, oh, I'm on my way. He always on his way. He was on his way. So he was on his way to come look at my car. So he said, time went by, hour passed, time kept going by, 2 hours passed. Mind you, it's Friday. I keep saying Saturday. It's Friday. He was off this particular day. So when I call him and I'm like, confronting him, I'm like, so what's going on? You said you was coming down at such and such time to come look at my vehicle. He was like, I got so much going on right now. Like, I can't do that right now. I got so much going on. I'm trying to look for an apartment. And, like, I got caught up in some other stuff he was trying to tell me. And And I was like, you can't communicate worth shit. Like, you can't communicate, because what's going on? You could have told me this and I would have been made other arrangements to have either someone else look at my car or whatever, but you told me that you could. So of course I depended on and believed what he said, that he was going to come down and look at the vehicle. So he's like on the phone all erratically. Well, I told you. He said he told me he was looking at apartments and he got to move and all this other stuff. And I got my child and I've been real busy, blah, blah. I ain't even argue with him. I was like, okay. I get it. You know, handle your business. Handle your business. I was very understanding. Handle your business. So with all those pattern changes and him not being dependable to me or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? He told me, he was like, maybe we can remain friends or whatever. Maybe we're moving too fast, whatever. You know, Ashley, I'm very understanding. I said, okay, I understand. Maybe you're right. Maybe we are moving too fast, you know, whatever the case may be. So I said, cool, we could be cool or whatever. I'm cool with that. You know, whatever you say. So the next day is Saturday. I get a text message from him telling me that his baby mama reached out to him. Or no, I don't know if it was the same. I still don't know to this day if it was the same baby mama. But it was when I say it was a baby mama, because he found out that he had another child and he don't know if it was his child or not. I swear. It's always something. So he said he didn't know if it was his child or not. And that he had a lot going on. This is him messaging me. He found out that he may have a child on the way. He don't know if it's his child. You know, that's the real reason why he couldn't come down here to help me with my car. And he's trying to find another place to move. Blah, 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 blah. And I won't trip. And I was like, I said, I understand. I ain't tripping. I said, we could just be friends. We could just be friends, you know. And that's cool. I kept him in the friend zone. Okay, so like a month or two passed by. I'm minding my business, living my life, whatever. You know, whatever. I'm living life. He calling me and texting me, talking about can I see you? Or whatever. And I'm like, no. Like, why do you want to see me for? Well, I thought we were still friends and stuff like that. I thought we were still friends. I'm like, we are still friends. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to see you. Like, I'm not about to me, like, if you told me you want to be friends, I'm keeping it on that type of level. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be nothing more, nothing less. It's just going to be on that level. We're friends. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more months passed by. Right? I'm living my life. Moved on with my life. Moved on. Not worried about him. Nothing. None of that. I wake up the next day. I go out to my car. There's a card on my car. Mind you, I done deleted him out of my phone. He out of my head. I done moved on. We done moved on and he went on about his life or whatever. This ninja gonna put... I didn't know it was him because I didn't know the number, but I just knew it was a number that I was familiar with. And it had said, like, please call me Ashley. And the phone number, and then it was underlined. I was like, who know me by my name? Like, then I got to start thinking, I was like, oh, Lord, this is Corey. Why did I call the number, y'all? I called it, or no matter of fact, I texted it first. And I was like, hello, this is Ashley. Who is this? He was like, oh, this is Corey. I'm like, oh my God, why the heck did I? And I already knew who it was. Kind of had an idea that it was him. And he was like, hey, you know, I know that we haven't been talking, you know, for a while now, but I think that I'm ready to talk back to you and I want another chance. I'm like, you want another chance? I'm just like, I don't know about another chance or whatever. He's like, well, who you talking to now? Who you dating? Are you being physical with someone now? Like, he asking me all these questions. Like, sir, why are you giving me the third degree? I don't belong to you and we're not dating. We're not talking. Why are you worried about all that? He's asking all these questions and stuff like that because he's also because you're acting funny, like you acting like we weren't talking or we just weren't like together a couple of months ago. I said we were and we decided that we're gonna be friends. So like, why are you? I don't understand. I'm confused. Like, why are you even messaging me? Yeah, well, a lot has changed now, and like I bought you a camera, like the camera that you said that you needed for your channel. Like I got some stuff for you. Like I really want to like I want to see if we can actually talk. I want to talk to you. I'm like, I don't really want to talk to you. There's nothing to talk about. I blocked him. I blocked him because, sir, leave me alone. I've moved on. I moved on. And so should have you. You should have moved on. That was like 6 months ago. Leave me alone. So, fast forward. We're going to fast forward to... We're going to fast forward to now. I got receipts. We're going to fast forward. Hold on. He has still not moved on to this day. He has still not moved on to this day. Like, I'm just like, and people be asking me, like, Ashley, what did you do to him? I didn't do anything to this man. Anybody that I date or talk to, they know that I'm a good person. I'm genuine. I'm cool. I'm funny. I'm fun to be around. I don't know what to tell you. He said, I've had a very long time to think about everything. First, I want to say, I'm sorry for anything I've done wrong to hurt you in any way. Second, I want to say, if there is anyone I would want to be with, it's you. And I regret taking what I had for granted because you're a special girl. Oh, I know. I'm that girl. I know I am. I know I am. I know. Like, you ain't got to tell me that. And he's talking about, I guess what I'm saying is I would like another chance to prove to you that I am serious about us. Sir, I done gave him 3 chances, y'all. I done gave him 3 chances. He said, I've been single for a long time. I've grown and I think I can show you different. And I won't waste your time. Sir, if he's watching this, or if you're watching this, Corey, like, I wish you well. Like, I really do. Like, that was a great little time. There were good times, and like I said before, there are bad times. But if I see red flags, I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna continue to talk to you. Like, I feel like he may have had a good heart, but he had too much going on, and he couldn't really juggle it. And I just feel like he wasn't truthful in some situations. Like, I feel like he wasn't all the way honest or whatever. I feel like he knew he had another child on the way, but he didn't know how to tell me. So he told me that he didn't know that he had another child on the way. But that's just my opinion. But that's not it, y'all. And then, like, he gonna message me and say, you want to go to Miami Friday? No. Like, no. I don't know. I'm not going nowhere with you. Like, I don't know your intentions. I don't know, like, if you mentally, if you're all there. Because, like, I've told this man to leave me alone on multiple occasions. Multiple occasions. Move on. And he's always like, why? And why can't I talk to you? I thought we were friends. And I thought that, you know, he feels that because we were intimate that I owe him something. Like, sir, move on. Like, literally, move on. It's okay. Move on. Find somebody out there. There's somebody for everybody. I'm just not her. 3 strikes and you out. Like, I can't. But yeah, y'all. So that is a crazy story because, like, to this day, this man is still trying to reach out to me. I have moved on. I am no longer living in the past, and neither should he live in the past. I'm flattered that you think that I'm a great person. I already know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm flattered, all that. But I do not desire to have a relationship with you. Because he showed me that he's very selfish. He's not dependable. He says one thing and does another. Like, I can't be with someone who's like that. Like, no, it's not. It's giving no. But yeah, y'all. So, ladies, don't waste your time. Like, and stand on business. Like, if you say no and you don't want to, you know, deal with a person and they're still reaching out, like, now, like, I feel like now in this day and age, restraining orders don't even seem to be like, even though I hear people that get restraining orders against people, like it's like it'd be too late. You know what I'm saying? Like people get restraining orders and then something happens to them. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's giving crazy. After 2 years or going on almost 3 years, this summer coming up, you're still reaching out to me. Like, so you have to move on. You have some type of obsession. Like, it's not even cool. In the beginning, I was like, oh, he like really cares for me, or he still cares for me. No, it's giving obsessed. Like, you have to move on. I've moved on. You need to move on with your life. If you're watching this, because like, I imagine he's probably watching my channel, but you have to move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that's the story time, you know, that I wanted to share with y'all. I'm over here folding all these clothes, or whatever. But yeah, so I will see y'all in another video. Bye.
And I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?